Hello, we are Team Pitchers to present Project 1. In this video, we will explain about cybercrime awareness. In today's world, almost everything we do from banking to studying to shopping is connected to the internet. While this brings convenience, it also opens the door to cybercrime. Cybercrime refers to illegal activities carried out using computers, networks, or digital devices. These crimes can happen to anyone, anywhere, as long as they are connected to the internet. It has become a growing threat today because more people are online than ever before, and we store a lot of personal information on digital platforms. At the same time, the number of cyber attacks targeting individuals, businesses, and even governments continues to rise.
In this section, we will look at several common types of cybercrime that affect people every day. Understanding these threats help us recognize suspicious activities and also protect ourselves. So firstly, we have phishing, which is one of the most common cybercrime where attackers trick people into revealing personal information such as password, bank details, or OTP codes. They usually send fake emails, messages, or websites that look like legitimate banks or company. For example, a fake Maybank SMS asking you to verify your account is actually designed to steal your login credentials. And next is hacking. This occurs when someone breaks into a computer system or network without permission. Hackers may steal sensitive information, modify files, or disrupt system operations. And a simple example is when someone gains access to a university portal and changes student grade. And the third type is ransomware, which is a form of malware that locks or encrypts your file and demands payment to restore access. This type of attack is often targeted at companies, hospitals, or government systems because they rely heavily on their data. One of the most famous ransomware attacks is WannaCry, which already affected over 150 countries and shut down hospital systems in the UK. So moving on, we have identity theft. This happens when criminals steal someone's personal information, such as their name, IC number, phone number, bank information, or social media details. They then use this information to impersonate the victim, usually to apply for loans, open accounts, or access financial services. And online scams are also one of the most widespread forms of cybercrime in Malaysia. These scams include fake online sellers, parcel scams, markup scams, investment scams, and love scams. These scams continue to rise because scammers use emotional manipulation and fear to pressure the victims. The final type is cyberbullying, which occurs when someone uses digital platforms to harass, threaten, embarrass, or hurt another person. This can include sending hateful messages, spreading rumors, or posting private photos without consent. It has serious emotional and psychological effects, especially on young people. So these are some of the most common types of cybercrime that we encounter today. By recognizing these threats, we can become more aware, more cautious, and better prepared to protect ourselves online.
To understand how serious the cybercrime can be, let's look at the real incidents that happens both in Malaysia and internationally. Let's start with a real case from Malaysia. In 2021, many OCBC bank customers received SMS message that looked exactly like an official alert. The message warned them about a frozen account and asked them to verify their details. When they clicked the link, it led to a fake banking website. Once the victims entered their username and password, the scammer immediately accessed their real accounts and transferred the money out. Some Malaysians lost over 100,000 in minutes. The police later arrested members of an international phishing syndicate, and several were charged under the Computer Crime Act 1997 for unauthorized access and fraud. Next, a major international case, the WannaCry ransomware attack in 2017. The malware infected over 200,000 computers worldwide, including hospitals, banks, and companies. In the United Kingdom, the National Health Service was heavily affected. The doctors could not open the patient records, and many surgeries had to be cancelled. The ransomware demanded Bitcoin payments to unlock the systems. The attack was linked to a North Korean hacker organization. The governments worldwide classified this attack as a national security threat. These cases remind us that how the cybercrimes can cause a huge financial, emotional, and social impact, and the consequence can be severe for both victims and offenders. With that, Let's move on to understand the legal and ethical aspect behind this cybercrime.
Now, let's talk about the legal and ethical aspects of cybercrime. Have you ever heard of the three main laws that protect us and how they apply in daily life? First of all, is the Computer Crimes Act 1997. This is the primary law addressing the misuse of computers and hacking activities. It criminalizes acts such as unauthorized access to computer material, unauthorized modification of computer contents, and wrongful communication. Secondly, it is the Personal Data Protection Act 2010. So this act governs the processing of personal data in commercial transactions to protect individuals' privacy to prevent the misuse of collected data. It criminalizes the acts such as improper use of network facilities, unlawful interception of communication, and also the fraudulent use of network facilities. Thirdly, it is the Communications and Multimedia Act 1998. So this act addresses the offenses related to content and communication networks, which often used to prosecute cases like cyberbullying or the dissemination of offensive and false content via digital platforms. Next, let us discuss the ethical issue involved. First of all, is the personal privacy and data protection. So the cyber crimes like identity theft and data breaches violate this right. Next is the access right and system integrity. So the CCA primarily deals with unauthorized access to computer system, which reflect that the system should be controlled and respected. Thirdly is the harmful actions and content regulation. So CMA addresses the ethical issues of online harm such as cyberbullying, harassment, and also the distribution of offensive content.
Now let's talk about prevention tips. Now let's talk so how we can protect ourselves from hackers and cyber attacks. One important way to protect yourself online is enable two-factor authentication. Even if someone steals your password, they still can't get into your account without the second verification step, such as a code sent to your phone or a fingerprint scan. This extra layer of protection significantly reduces the risk of unauthorized access. We also need to be careful of phishing messages. These usually come in the form of fake emails or texts that try to trick you into clicking a link or downloading an attachment. If the message looks urgent, suspicious, or from an unknown sender, it's best to ignore or delete it. Lastly, always use secure Wi-Fi networks. Public Wi-Fi in cafes, malls, or airports can be easily hacked, allowing attackers to intercept your data. Avoid doing sensitive tasks like online banking when using open networks. If needed, use your mobile hotspot or a VPN to keep your connection safe.
Now that we have learned some key prevention tips to stay safe online, so let's see how well you can apply them in real life situation. So we will go through a quick interactive quiz, so think carefully before you choose your answer. Let's begin. Here's the first scenario. You receive a notification on your phone saying that your Instagram account was accessed from a new device in Penang. So if this wasn't you, click here to reset your password. But remember, you still have two-factor authentication enabled on your Instagram. So what should you do? A. Click the link immediately. B. Ignore it and check your Instagram directly. C. Disable two-factor authentication. And D. Reply for more information. Take a moment and think about it. And the correct answer is B. Ignore it and check your Instagram directly. Why? Because messages like this are commonly used in phishing attacks. If someone really tries to log in, your two-factor authentication will block that anyway. So always verify to the official app, never through a suspicious link. So next scenario, you receive an SMS saying that your parcel cannot be delivered. Click this link to update your address. But you didn't even order anything recently. So what should you do? A. Click the link to check. B. Reply that it might be a mistake. C. Ignore or delete the message. D. Forward the message to friends to ask if it is safe. Think carefully, this is a common scam tactic. The correct answer is C. Ignore or delete the message. This is a classic phishing message designed to make you panic. If you are unsure, always check your actual delivery apps, never the link they give you. So, well done, you have finished the quiz, and thank you for participating in this quiz. Awareness is your best antivirus. This is a tagline that our group would like to deliver. Antivirus software can protect your device, but it can't protect you from your own decision. So hackers do not need to break into your computer if they can trick you first. That's why awareness is your best antivirus. When you pause, think, and double check before you click, you are already stopping cyber attacks before they even start. Stay aware, stay sharp, and keep your digital life protected.
In conclusion, cybercrime awareness is about much more than just learning the security steps. Most importantly, being ethical means respecting three things, which are confidentiality, integrity, and availability. By making the smart choices, we help to keep the whole digital world safe. That's all from our group. Thank you.